Hello, how are you
Hey,
guys?
Hello. Hi.
hey everyone, I'm excited today. My name is David Massey with Movement Mortgage, and today we have Sam Klausner and Deanna coming back with you on another interview with Top Producer. And today our lucky guest is Lynn Knox down in Savannah, Georgia. Lynn's been with Movement Mortgage about 3 years, and we're just excited to have her on this call today. So Lynn, just incredible growth over the last 3 years, and we've seen your production just continue to go higher and higher. You're working with some of the best agents down in the Savannah market, but kind of just want to get into a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then just some of the things that's helped you grow your business here at Movement Mortgage.
Sure, yes. So I am in the Savannah market, and I feel like I'm a dinosaur in this industry because I had to put something in my birthday in today, and you got to scroll really far down to get to where I was born. So a little over 30 years in the industry, but passionate about what I do, love doing mortgages, can't imagine doing anything else. The other thing about me I'm really passionate about is 3 beautiful grandkids that call me honey. So that's
My
my
mom
favorite.
wants to be called.
My favorite title is loan officer, mortgage lender. My favorite name is honey. So
Cool. That.
So you have several, of course, your son-in-law is a regional here at
Mhm.
Movement Mortgage, Chris Shelton, who's got one of the largest markets in the whole entire country.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. I mean, gosh, I felt like you and I had lots of discussion getting you over here. I mean, you were sought after and everything. And so I was happy the day you finally said, okay, David, I'm in,
Yeah.
So that was great. You've done a phenomenal job down there in Savannah. Tell us a little bit about Movement, because when you were at the previous company, there were several things you and I talked about of it has to have this to work there. And what were some of those things that you felt like Movement Mortgage was able to offer you? And I mean, obviously, hopefully 3 years later, they delivered on that, but give us a little bit of that.
Yes. So, being in the industry for a long time, I didn't really have a sketchy past. I didn't work for many companies. Change is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared of change, but anytime you're looking at changing, there's always some hesitation. But David and I did talk. We did talk several times, David, and I was blessed to have some of the history of Movement by having Chris, my son-in-law, had been with the company, and he had been talking with me for several months, maybe a year, about what this company had to offer. And you hear all the good things. Everybody has an Achilles heel, but you always hear the positive things when people are recruiting. And I think, David, when you and I talked, you were very honest with me about, what we did really, really well, what we were going to move toward and improve on. And I just felt like I just felt your passion. I really felt your passion about this company. And you're like me, you've been in the industry for a long time. But what I needed from a company was not just rates and products. Everybody, every recruiter has the same things. We have good rates and we have all the products you'll ever need. That's a selling point, but I needed more than that. I mean, I could get that anywhere. And what I was looking for is a company that had the team members, the culture, the background to really support us in sales, which 100%, 3 years in this company, I have never felt unsupported on the sales side, which is super important. I mean, from our ops team to our leadership, I feel like that we really are lifted when we need to be to meet the client's needs and the referral partner's needs. So when I was looking, I was really looking for that. I was looking for a more passionate company, a company that wasn't just making money and closing loans. Right. And then trusting you, David, I took the step.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, this past year I got to go down to Guatemala with your daughter and your son-in-law, and what a great experience that was. And I guess the question I think that a lot of us that work in our region talk about, and then within the company,
right,
work for something much bigger than just mortgages,
Sure.
Seeing Jennifer and Chris and just others, just some life-changing events that's going on with them. I can't wait till you get to go on one of these trips with us as well. I know you want to,
right.
But that working for a higher cause, what we do to build schools and all the work we do, I know that's something you're very passionate about. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen, and I'm sure Chris wouldn't mind me saying this, I've seen this company mold him in a way that would not have happened without the culture of Movement Mortgage. And, it makes me proud to be a mother-in-law and to see that growth, of course, and, my daughter and the grandkids. But for me as well, I mean, I tell the story when I'm out talking with my referral partners or looking for new referral partners, is there's more to tell than just we do mortgages. And now I lead into that rather than showing up and spitting out terms and numbers and
Right.
you know how quick we can do things and our rates and our products and what we are. I talk more about what we do outside of the mortgage world. I talk about, you know, the mission trips. I talk about the farm in you know what in the Africa. And I talk about the schools, and I talk about the foundation, because me as a person, I feel like for the first time in my career that when I close a loan at Movement Mortgage, I'm not just getting a paycheck. It's not just about what's going in my bank account.
Right.
It's more, it's doing more than just a loan. And I mean, our t-shirts that says more than a mortgage is so true. And when you really talk that and you read it and you keep up with it and you believe it, you really, really get passionate about it. And I truly believe that, you know, no one can touch us on that side. I mean, we really are touching more lives than just, you know, putting people in a home, which is our primary goal, is for people to have a home ownership, but we do so much more than that.
Right.
I mean, just, I don't know what the term I'm looking for, but just the gratitude, the way it makes you feel inside, knowing that you're doing something more than just closing a loan for someone, being able to see the kids down in Guatemala, seeing the farm in Uganda, all those different things we're doing all over the world. There's more to life than just mortgages, right? And being in this company allows you to have, it's the X factor that a lot of companies unfortunately don't participate in, that allows us to enjoy what we do in good times and bad, you know? So it's been very much a pleasure. What resources are you using here at Movement Mortgage, whether it's marketing, technology, or whatever? Is there any specific thing, coaching, that you've grasped a hold of to help you grow your business here?
Yeah, so the two main things that I gravitate to is the marking the M3 and Total Expert, which is so effortless for a loan officer to get a big bang out of that. And then I do use the Movement Mortgage Coaching, which is such a tool that you wouldn't get somewhere else. I mean, it's a personal coach that's invested in you, that is given to us to grow and to be better at what we do and to grow our business. Those are probably the two things that I rely on the most, David. I know there's so many more that, you know, we can tap into, and we're working on, me and my LOA are working on doing some videos and some things that I haven't been doing, just to keep us in front of the social media clients as well.
Right.
So you said that you like M3 and Total Expert, and that's like what you utilize most. I'm sure you've heard that Move Home is coming soon. What are you looking forward to most about Move Home?
Maybe keeping everything in one place, you know, having one spot to go to, which, you know, as salespeople, our minds are, you know, we have a hard time going from one to the other, or I do, and I know most of us are that way. So I'm looking forward to the simplicity of that. Yeah.
I have a question around coaching. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was going to have a question around coaching. So coaching, you know, can be a very humbling thing. So, you know, share what you feel comfortable sharing. But, you know, as you started using the coaches here, what was a big lesson that you learned, and how has it impacted your business?
Yes.
You know, what's kind of a target area that you try to work on once you had an individual coach helping you?
Yes. So with me, the biggest thing that a coach helped me on is realizing that some of the things I was doing was not productive. You know, I've been, again, in the industry a long time, and you kind of have your mindset of what works and what doesn't. And you're spending a lot of time chasing after referral partners that really weren't some of my top referrals. It sounded like they were, it looked like they were, but it wasn't. And then organizational, being, you know, working in time blocking. You know, when I see an email, I want to answer it in 2 seconds, you know, and I may be on a busy task, and then I jump on that email because it popped up and it needs an answer, and it really doesn't need an answer in 2 seconds. So it's taught me to be more structured in my day, you know, how I work through my day. And prior to having coaching, I thought I was really good at that, and I wasn't, you know, so it's really helped me grow in working on the things that are most important and taking time to do the things that can wait in a time slot that will still be acceptable. So that's one of the things that coaching helped me do. It also helped me look more about what I do outside of work. You know, the coaching that we get isn't just for growing your production. It's about growing you as an individual. And sometimes we get lost in the, you know, my world centers around work and, you know, my grandkids, and I've had to find some outside. I started playing golf again, which I haven't done that in years. So just something that gets me some time for me as well. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up with one last question.
Okay.
I know I'm not gonna ask if you would have told yourself something right when you started at Movement, because you've only been here 3 years, but think back to 30 years ago when you started in the business, not knowing you would have ended up at Movement. What's something you would have told yourself that you wish you would have, or like, what's something you wish you would have known going into the business?
Oh, wow. I guess when I go back 30 years ago, the main thing that I wasn't aware of is how quickly the market can change. You know, how we can go from, you know, knocking it out of the park to, oh my gosh, what just happened? And it can happen quick. And I lived through 08, 09, 10. So I saw it really happen. So that was one thing that, you know, didn't catch me off guard, because, you know, I was new in the industry, but when it started changing, how quick you have to be able to change with this industry. And I do feel like that Movement, because of the senior management engagement in this company, you know, we're never left in the dark. I mean, they're so transparent. And I feel like as soon as David gets information from, you know, his leadership that we need to be aware of, that's going to either affect us positive or negatively, we get that immediately. So I didn't have that in the past. So sometimes the changes in working with, you know, other companies, you didn't know till you were deep in it. So that's one thing, was that how quick the industry could change. The other thing is how rewarding it could be. I mean, gosh, as we all have, I've thought of what else could I do, especially in 08, 09, 2010. I'm like, what am I going to do? But I don't know any other industry that has the rewards, both, you know, emotionally, financially, personally. You know, the joy of helping someone. It sounds so cliche, I know, but helping someone get in their home. And I mean, I've been at closing tables where people cried because they didn't know they'd ever be able to buy a home, and just leading them through that and being a part of that is really why I couldn't leave this industry or Movement. So
Good answer.
And I do want to say too, Sam, I feel like, you know, we talk about ops some, and they get a shout out, you know, when we're doing our, you know, on Facebook and our social media, but they are incredible. I mean, to get, you know, this team, and that's not how you want them to work. You don't want them to be working at 2 o'clock in the morning and sending out closing package at 4 o'clock in the morning or underwriting files, but they do. And they do it, you know, because their passion for that client on the other side is as big as ours. And I do honestly feel that with Movement. Never felt that before, but I do feel like my teammates are just as eager to get us, you know, to fulfillment as we are.
That's awesome. I actually saw on social media, I think I saw it Sunday morning, but another one of our loan officers posted it was like 2:37 on Saturday night, and it was like a clear to close on a holiday weekend. Like, our ops team's unreal. So
they are, and they, you know, they have to, you know, they have to measure and monitor everything, but it's, even if it's no, even if we can't get to that, it's done in such a pleasant way. I just sent an email to one of our closers today. I mean, he got a package today. He got the clear to close today. The package is out, and he's been so kind through it all. I mean, they all are. I never get a negative vibe. So that makes it easier for us on the front lines for sure.
Some good news for you is our underwriters this weekend, 3-day weekend, knocked out over 2,300 initial underwrites in 3 days.
Wow.
That's 1,000 more than we've ever done on a weekend. And it just shows that Casey Crawford and the senior management's committed to getting this low turn times.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. I got a call from an underwriter at 7:15 this morning. She was working on a file, you know, so it just shows you that they're doing all they can to support us as well.
Well, we look forward to getting down. I want to get down there to Savannah soon.
Me too.
I know. Y'all come on.
It's probably the closest person to you right now. But yeah, I'd love to get down there soon and see you. So
All right. Thank y'all for all you do.
Thank
Thank you,
you for
David.
joining us. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure everybody else will love to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, guys. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.